Your hair looks nice today.
Thank you, fam.
All right, let's talk about your favorite. Hillary Clinton. We woke up to this morning. I think Mom gave you a call. Fam,
Yes,
why
she
don't you
did.
tell everybody, because we know this is your girl. Go ahead.
So Hillary Clinton said that, quote, nobody likes Bernie. Nobody likes Bernie. We keep getting told that we need to stop talking about 2016, that we need to stop being sore losers, that we need to move on. But we can't move on because every time we try, Hillary Clinton is like that ex that goes back and like says something. And she won't leave us alone. And she keeps bringing in Bernie's name. And she basically did a full documentary. I don't think the audio is available yet, but this is where she says that she's talking about Trump and how it was with Bernie's campaign. And she echoes the same faux feminist bullshit argument that Bernie Sanders also minimized her ability to win. Mm-hmm. Now, we all know everybody minimized her ability to win against Donald Trump because of her record and her baggage, not because she was a woman. So she goes back and continues harping on that. And it's absolutely, at this point, it's not just gross. It's not just wrong. It's really embarrassing and shameful. As these Democrats, these establishment Democrats are screaming unity, vote blue no matter who, we need to unite to defeat Donald Trump. As these politicians are having these moments where they're hand linked with each other in South Carolina, like me and Tina were discussing yesterday, there comes Hillary Clinton pretty much uniting us yet again against unity, because we aren't going to unite with that kind of vile, psychopathic, warmongering piece of POS like Hillary Clinton. So obviously, I'm a little bit
be careful
upset.
when I get demonetized. Not that we always get demonetized anyway. So go ahead, use the words. But you know what this is all about, fam?
Queen of warmongers.
The queen. But this is really,
rot.
it's what we talk about. And, this is the deep psychological friggin' mind fuck, because then you also go on, you see Hillary's Twitter, and she says this stuff, and then you see like 85,000.9 likes, but they're using and they're weaponizing everything.
Well,
they're
they have
taking
bots
her
too.
words. They're using the bots too. Yeah, they are. They're ingesting and like overextending.
Not Russian bots, though. Regular bots. No. American bots.
But she says in the tweet, I thought everyone wanted my authentic, unvarnished views. But to be serious, the number one priority for our country and the world is retiring Trump. And as I always have, I will do whatever I can to support our nominee. And then you look at the
Bernie
likes.
Sanders.
Yeah,
except Bernie Sanders. She did not commit to supporting Bernie Sanders. So who's she going to vote for if Bernie is the nominee? I just want to know, if your vote blue no matter who, why does that not apply if Bernie Sanders is a nominee or if Tulsi Gabbard's a nominee? They despise these two. The only two candidates that Hillary Clinton has actually attacked are both Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I guess that alone would make me think those are the two best candidates.
Exactly.
Even if I didn't know anything, I'd be like, okay, I like those two better.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like when we talked about, hey, fam, that person got the Democratic endorsement. Like Thomas Ridley Howard or Scott, whatever his name is.
Thomas Ridley.
Oh, well, that's the reason to look at him and say, why? What's going
Ridley
on?
Scott Thomas. Sorry.
Ridley Thomas Scott.
Ridley Scott Thomas is his name.
Thomas Ridley, whatever his name is. Mr. Boring, I'd rather watch grass grow. I didn't think that anybody can be more boring than Kevin De Leon, but that guy beat him right there when I heard him speak. But once again, it's once he gets these nominations, or once the elites or the establishment attacks somebody, it's usually second thought to say, hey, maybe that's the person I want to support, because if they're pushing them down, that means they're trying to hide something, and they don't want the will of the people to be held. So go ahead, fam.
Real quick, fam.
Yes.
I just want to factually just say what happened, actually. So the Hollywood Reporter had an interview with the director of the documentary, which is set to debut in Hulu in March, but it's going to be in the Sundance Festival. They're going to debut it. And I already signed up to get some tickets because I'm going to protest that fucking film. And here's Hillary with the director. And it says that they sat down here in Pasadena, actually, in a mid-January afternoon in Pasadena to discuss her decision to open up her life to further examination. And then we're just going to skip that one. In the doc, you're brutally honest on Sanders. He was in Congress for years. He had one senator support him. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to work with him. He got nothing done. He was a career politician. It's all just baloney, and I feel so bad that people got sucked into it. That's what Hillary said.
The assessment still holds.
Does the assessment still hold? And she said, yes, it does.
Wow.
If he gets a nomination, will you endorse and campaign for him? I'm not going to go there for yet. We're still in a very vigorous primary season. I will say, however, that it's not only him, it's the culture around him, it's his leadership team, it's his prominent supporters, it's his online Bernie bros and their relentless attacks on lots of his competitors, particularly the women.
Oh, fam, see?
And I really hope people are paying attention to that, because it would be worrisome that he was permitted this culture. Not only permitted, he seems to really be much supporting it. And I don't think we want to go down that road again, where you campaign by insult and attack, and maybe you try to get some distance from it. But you either don't know what your campaign and supporters are doing, or you're just giving them a wink and want them to go after Kamala or after Elizabeth. I think that's a pattern that people should take into account when they make their decisions. Did you know she said all that? I didn't know that.
So this is why people are so upset, though, Johnny. This is why the hashtag I like Bernie started coming up, because of every single thing she said. She's not only validating what Elizabeth Warren said. Obviously, she's validating the Bernie bro myth and continuing to insist that it is true. She literally is calling all of his female supporters, because Bernie Sanders has more female supporters than any other candidate. And the majority of them happen to be women of color. And then when you look at the black population under 35, they all overwhelmingly support Bernie Sanders. And so she is saying that nobody likes Bernie Sanders. So she is, by definition, calling all of those people nobody. She is erasing the gender of the people that support Bernie Sanders. She's erasing the ethnicities and talking about feminist issues at the same time. There's nothing more hypocritical than completely minimizing the role of women for Bernie, than completely calling them nobody. So all of us are nobodies, and she's again continuing this neoliberal smear against Bernie Sanders. And this is why I'm so angry at any call for unity with these people. Elizabeth Warren is part of that cabal. Asking for unity with Warren, Biden, Clinton, any of those people is ridiculous. We're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, fam, I think you need to believe women, except that it's the women who were, who were abused by Jeffrey Epstein. Don't believe those women, because if you believe those women, Hillary Clinton wouldn't be allowed around that one rally. Why is she still there anyways, by the way? Do we want to go down the same road? I mean, why the hell is Hillary Clinton still around? Can anybody answer me that question? The woman's not even running.
Because she runs the
Democratic Party.
She's the queen of the Democratic Party.
And the Democratic Party has not changed, fam.
No, it hasn't. People think they moved the Democratic Party. No.
Not a bit.
They're trying to convert progressives once they get into Congress. That's what they're trying to do. We're supposed to get in there and completely call them out. But that's not what's happening right now. And that's what we're going to go over. So let's look at Hillary, at Bernie, actually. Bernie's reaction first.
Yeah.
Said yes. Sanders off the campaign trail for the impeachment trial, responding today.
On a good day, my wife likes me, so let's clear the air on that one. Secretary Clinton is entitled to, her point of view. My job today is to focus on the impeachment trial.
Why do you think the secretary is still talking about 2016?
That is a good question. Ask him.
Clinton's comments come.
Well, I think in this case, his tactic is to let her hang himself.
No, I thought that was perfect.
That one you're okay with.
Oh, yeah.
For the record.
Well, that was fine. I mean, what else is he going to say, you know? I mean, it would be nice if he said something like, you're the rot of the Democratic Party and things like that. But Bernie has always been above the fray. Now, I have no problem with him responding to her that way, because he's not giving her any sort of credit. He's just saying, let her talk, let her do her thing, and that's that. But we'll talk about his response to Biden later, which is what really bothered me. But you have something on Hillary, because Hillary is a feminist, isn't she? Isn't she like believe women? Isn't she like the epitome of feminism that I should aspire to?
It's the hypocrisy is everywhere, fam. And we just saw, once again, Hillary Clinton also defended her relationship with Harvey Weinstein. These are the things that I run into all the time that just make me laugh when you see these elites and how they stick up for each other. I mean, this is so deep, just mental mind F stuff. Look what she put. How could we have known? She says, she really says that. She said, how could, listen, everybody knew, even us.
Everybody knew.
With our headshots just trying to get into acting 15, 20 years ago, we would make jokes about Harvey Weinstein. Like, well, hopefully you're not in a room alone with Harvey Weinstein because it will get you. But she even said, how could we have known? Clinton said, he raised money for me, for the Obamas, for the Democrats in the general. And at that time, was something that everybody thought made sense. They thought that it was okay to take money from this guy, that it made sense, that he was just a supporter. Bullshit. They knew. They also knew about the money from Epstein after. These people knew, but yet they still took it anyway. So when you hear them say, believe women, bullshit. They're sitting here standing behind pedophiles, standing behind rapists. I mean, it's disgusting. These people don't give a shit.
And these believe women, let's not forget that they completely push out poor women and women of color. They don't even have a stage at the LA Women's March.
Nope.
Like, so let's just cut the bullshit here, because that's faux feminism. It's not real feminism. They also don't mind bombing women and children abroad either.
No shit.
And let's not forget that her name and her husband's name were in the Jeffrey Epstein Black Book.
Yep.
And all the times they went through using the Lolita Express, where they went to his farm in New Mexico, where they brought their child, Chelsea Clinton, to.
Overwhelming evidence, nevertheless,
You're going to tell me they had no idea about that, too?
Dude.